Welcome to Rob Does Things, where today I'm going to tell you how to capture Blazamut in Palworld. Initially, I thought it was Blazamut, like a dog, because it's kind of dog-like. But then I saw the description where a group even claims that the continent is laid on the back of a giant Blazamut. And I'm pretty sure that's the same backstory as Bahamut, the god of legend or whatever. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you pronounce it. I'm very curious. Whether I'm an idiot or whether Americans have a different pronunciation than non-English players. I'd love to know. So I'm going to be doing this without rockets and showing you my team composition because it's not maxed out, so it's very accessible. First is Gale Claw. This is mostly for defense, where I'm going to be flying around on the Gale Claw to not get hit by things. Next up is Jormuntide. This is the same Jormuntide that you get in, on the main map. Just below the volcanic area between Verdant Brook and Eastern Wild Island. And she's got Hydro Laser, Draconic Breath, and Aqua Burst. So 2 water types and a dragon, trying to take advantage of that. The real star of the show is Suzaku Aqua, which I got from an egg. It has Crisp Breath, Aqua Burst, and Hydro Laser. I can't find a better water fruit yet, so but those 2, Aqua Burst and Hydro Laser, are reliable enough for Blazamut. I leveled this Gobfin for the PIDF tower. Got Angry Shark level 4, Vanguard, so I've got the increased attack. Bubble Burst isn't great, or Blast isn't great. Aqua Burst and Acid Rain are the only other 2 I could find. I guess I could give it the Hydro Laser, but it does alright as it is. I have captured a Jet Dragon, and but I don't use it in this fight except for movement to get there. With that said, we're off to the Eternal Pyre Tower. From the fast travel point we head east-northeast-ish. Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure that I accidentally killed it earlier, so I got my Ring of Mercy on so I can just hit it as hard as I want. Not worry about killing it. I got my heat protective. I'm just using a single shot rifle along with, I do have that shotgun. I think I use it a couple of times. And of course I got this sphere launcher. It's not at all necessary. You can definitely do it without. You just stand below it and just spam spheres. Oh, I piss off this Reptiro. From this shelf near where stuff spawns, if you jump off, kind of right, stupid rock. If you jump off right here and get a good launch, you can hover all the way to the mine shaft where Blazamut resides. I tend to free fall a lot. Pay attention to your stamina. I have really high stamina and almost no attack. I'll go over that later. So my attack is not doing much. I'm relying a lot on my pals to do the damage. So just quick glide here. I'm going to speed this up. Part of the reason I don't use Jet Dragon here is because it tends to run out of stamina. Then I go into glide, and he falls into lava and then burns a lot. So yeah, I tend to prefer the Gale Claw here. I'm doing some last minute checks to make sure I have the right pal out. Right now I have the wrong pal out, but I was checking my weapons, make sure everything's fully reloaded. It sucks to jump into battle and all of a sudden have nothing, no ammunition, so go in here, get my right pal out, and for all that prep running down that tunnel entrance, I whiffed the first shot. I was trying to hit him in the head, and apparently his main is not a hurt box. So, and then instead of throwing Suzaku out, I throw a hypersphere. So, solid start. Didn't remember what I mentioned about not having ammunition. So I take pot shots usually from this alleyway. This one here is the one move you need to avoid. Call back your pals if you can, and then dodge it yourself. It will take all your shield, and that's the one that's the most threat of ending you. Other than that, a lot of the moves aren't particularly damaging. This one here is very avoidable. The Flame Breath is one that can cause issues. All those little tiny fire shots are fairly negligible. You can eat those with your shield and still usually be healthy. I try not to pull too much aggro at first, just taking random shots. Eventually you probably will pull aggro, especially when you need to swap pals. And at that point you can just kind of dip in and out of the hallway as needed. Big crit there, he got angry. This ground one is pretty avoidable. Don't step on the floor's hot lava. And then with flying pals, especially flying water types, I did not dodge that very well. They sometimes don't even get hit by that floor flare. There's the big ball, and look at how much damage that took. So at this point, I'll just kind of hang out on the shelf, and just kind of poke occasionally. Random hitbox miss there. And look, we already have it below half health. Probably sneaking up on. Well, there it is. Oh, never mind. Better job dodging that fire. Floor's hot lava. Suzaku is taking a bit of damage, so I'm going to jump in here. I try not to throw Jormuntide in that hallway. I've found it tends to push the boss through the wall, and then he glitches, and it's really obnoxious to deal with. So water doesn't do too, or the fire doesn't do too much as water type. I'm just going to retake my position here. Negligible damage. Around 700 or 800 health is when I start paying close attention to when I need to recall. Yeah, that shot there. Oopsies. Yeah, got him in the danger zone. Do this quick ground dodge, and then I'm going to reposition for the second stage of the fight, which is the capture part. Once he's low enough, I throw the ball out there just to allow myself to reload. I got the homing sphere launcher where I can just kind of screw around. I saw that ball coming and headed for the wall. Thankfully it didn't hit me. That would have made it a lot more stressful. Homing spheres are convenient because you can just kind of fire and forget. The downside is not all the balls get there. Like sometimes they just stop on the floor. So I have him at 14 health. I want to get him down to 1. So I've got that mercy ring on from earlier. Just kind of keep him busy. I want him to get away from that wall because he will pop out of the sphere and glitch into the wall sometimes. And like I said, it's annoying to have to deal with. So I don't like that 14 health. I want to do one more smack. So I gotta shoot him in the head. Somehow miss. I'm like, all right, fuck it, shotgun time. Point blank in the face. Dodge the ground fire. Quick little sphere to keep him busy while I reposition. I set one out right there, and it didn't do shit, which is annoying. But then I stuck another one out right there, and as you see, it'll chase around the other sphere. If he pops out soon enough, the other sphere will hit him right away, which is convenient with the homing sphere launcher. Otherwise, you just have to run and stand up on him. And there it is. Got the capture. So it's about 4 minutes of fighting, I think, from beginning to end. Again, not fully leveled. No rockets, just the single shot rifle. I've been farming this guy for a little while because I'm trying to get the Legendary Assault Rifle Schematic. And so I'm not typically keeping my Blazamuts around. I keep one good one, and then I butcher the other one in the hopes of getting a drop. Like, that's how I got the Legendary Assault Rifle Schematic, was butchering Suzaku after, I think, capturing it 4 to 6 times, something like that. So, yeah, you just take it to place. I mean, you can do it in camp, but I don't want my other pals to see. It's kind of dark, so, you know, just try for that drop. And no dice. Another thing I forgot to mention is that I have 0 attack naturally, like from my stat points from leveling. I put it all into health, stamina, and work speed, and I think I have some in defense. But yeah, single shot rifle, basic stuff there. And so my base health is only 1,000. My base stamina is pretty high. I've put no points into attack, and then defense and work speed. Work speed is a good amount, and weight a good amount. And that's basically it. So I'm not rocking a high attack to make this happen. It's, you know, just taking pot shots and using your pals. So hopefully you found this fascinating and interesting and helpful. Good luck out there hunting that assault rifle, the Legendary Assault Rifle Schematic. And thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again.